Your Majesty at your service. Welcome to Fair Queen Talks. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of my podcast. 'Tis the season. Tis the season to be merry, jolly, and get all cozy. I don't know what's happening to other countries, but in the UK, people can finally see loved ones with whom they form a Christmas bubble. From the 23rd of December until the 27th, up to 3 households can join together and enjoy each other's company during Christmas. I'm very much looking forward to this, but we still have to make sure that we can keep ourselves safe so that we can spend time with our loved ones. COVID-19 does not go on holiday, but at least we're able to see loved ones we've not had the chance to see for the most part of this year. Some of my colleagues already started decking the halls, putting up Christmas trees and focusing on what they can give to others. Personally, I've not put any trees up. Reason being is that I'm not in the Christmas mood just yet, and my toddlers are going to destroy everything. So I will need to be very strategic with Christmas decorations this year. Nevertheless, I enter the month of December with a sense of purpose because I've taken out some time to plan what I want to get out of my life for 2021. For me, currently, it is the season to reflect on 2020 and prepare for the next year. It is said that luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. This quote, attributed to Roman philosopher Seneca, reminds us that we make our own luck. The difference between lucky and unlucky people we've seen before is all in our perspective. I love this quote because when you look into the lives of people you look up to because of their personal success, they weren't just lucky. They were in the right place at the right time to grab the opportunities ahead of them. So I've termed the month of December the season of preparation in order for us to be ready for the opportunities that lie ahead of us. So in this episode, I want to make sure that you keep on track and stay on the path of your greatness. So let's not wait till the end of the month to set our goals and resolutions for 2021. So if I've had a meeting with myself in my head and with my household to put our thoughts and vision on paper. The level of satisfaction I get from doing this is unreal. When you ask yourself, what do I want for my life? It really puts a perspective into your life and allow you to self-reflect. Now, before I set the meeting with myself and then following with my household, I made sure I planned time to do this. So you don't want to be hungry, tired, or in a rush when you're trying to plan your life. You've got to be intentional with your time and willing to be honest with yourself when you're planning. I must admit that I'm one of those people that writes everything down on paper and then turn it into a digital file and keep it in a place I can refer to all the time. This has been very helpful to me throughout the years, but for this upcoming year, I want to do things differently because I've noticed a pattern. Some of my goals are long-term, or should I say lifelong, but I feel that I need to be more specific in addressing what I want to get out of these lifelong goals in a year period. So this year, I've decided to invest into a diary/journal that allows me to reflect on my goals on a weekly basis and also on a monthly one. By being accountable to myself and checking in with myself outside of meeting in my head will provide me with a lot of clarity and allow me to look back at my progression. I'm not going to promote any particular diary journal as there are so many of them in the market, but you just have to find one that's useful and practical to you if you are interested. So, once you've set yourself a time and a date that you will devote to preparing yourself mentally for next year, it's important that you are able to compartmentalize your life into different areas. So for example, I've set spiritual goals, financial goals, health goals, career goals, etc. You need to be able to identify areas in your life where you want to progress in order to make goals that you can work towards. It may also be a great time to look at what you had set for yourself in this current year that you may want to carry forward. Once you've identified the different categories of your life, make sure that you make SMART goals, or make a goal and set a couple of actions that you will need to take in order to achieve them. By making sure the goals you set are aligned with the 5 SMART criteria, which are specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound, you have an anchor on which to base all of your focus and decision making throughout the year. And by setting actions, you can tick off the boxes and get closer to achieving the desired goal. So at this point, you've allocated time to think, you've identified goals in different categories of your life, and most importantly, you found a way to be accountable to yourself by making a record of your goals, etc. At this stage, you've done everything independently and no one knows about what you're doing. So what more can you do? With people that you trust and are also on the path of greatness, be accountable to each other. You don't have to share details of your goals, but you can check in with them from time to monitor your progress with someone else other than yourself. You may go to specific people who perhaps have a shared goal, or go back to having an old-fashioned pen friend that lives miles away and you can tell all your secrets to. Having someone other than yourself to be accountable to is not meant to add pressure or stress. Rather, it's to have someone who you can confide in as you experience successes, lack of motivation, and sometimes failure. You don't have to achieve your goals alone. The last thing I would say about this season of preparation is that you should always remember that you're planting seeds in your life in forms of habits. Your habits, whether good or bad, will impact your ability to achieve your goals. There's only 24 hours in a day, and we also have to sleep during those hours. So time passes all the time. Be in control of your time by nurturing the good habits you already got and break the bad habits that prevent you from being great. Consciously create habits now that will put you in a position that will allow you to achieve your goals. Be careful what you wish for when setting your goals, because you may just get it. Are you really ready to receive all of the things that you desire at this time of your life? Be honest with yourself and see if you're mentally ready to achieve those goals. They say more money, more problems. Achieving goals is great, but be realistic about the consequences, whether good or bad, because it will impact your life. Don't just set goals for the sake of it. Be mindful of it and consider how it will make you a better person and change your life for the better. When you do it this way, you are more likely to be fully committed and more likely to achieve it for the right reasons, hence making you equipped to deal with all the consequences. In a sermon of Joel Osteen, he said, "Words are like seeds. When you speak something out, you give life to what you're saying. If you continue to say it, eventually that can become a reality. Whether you realize it or not, you're prophesying your future." So as you set your goals for the upcoming year, speak positively about them. Use words such as "when I achieve this" rather than "if I achieve this." Believe in your goals and your ability to achieve them. Say daily affirmations to yourself that make you feel positive and powerful. Remember that your path of greatness is a lifelong journey and that yearly goals are a way to keep track of short-term actions that you will need to take to get you there. Remember your purpose and the true reason behind everything that you do. Remember that as you prepare now, plant the seeds now in the form of habits, you will reap all of the benefits of your hard work and commitment. Now, there will be days where all you can do is the bare minimum, and that's okay. Don't be too hard on yourself on those days, and focus on the things you have to do only. It's in the moments of reflection where you can analyze what led you there. In identifying the pattern that got you into this negative space, or perhaps the space where you can only do the bare minimum, you'll be able to break the cycle of procrastination. So, make sure you schedule in time to rest from your goals, time to time, and invest time to also do some self-care. So, let's take the time to make this month count, this month of December, to prepare ourselves for 2021. At the end of each episode, I address the Queendom. 'Tis the season to reflect on this year. 'Tis the season to prepare for the next year. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. Be mindful of what you wish for. You are prophesying your future. Speak and think positively about yourself and your goals. Thank you so much for listening to Fairy Queen Talks. See you next time.